What's going on, people? It's your boy Poster Boy, and today I'm gonna talk about toxic relationships and sex versus love, orgasms versus love, and how it can affect your mental health. Um, so before I start, there's a trigger warning. I know I'm going to be talking about this from a man's perspective again. So let me throw the caveat in there. I don't know about how it is for a woman. Happy to learn about it. Write in the comments. And yeah, let's go. So you had your warning. So obviously, back in the day, I used to do all right. You wouldn't believe it, but I used to do all right. But seriously, I've been in a few relationships, as most people have, and you've had good experiences, you've had bad experiences. Um, I think when it comes to a mental health perspective, a lot of us we carry a lot of baggage from relationship to relationship, and it can really affect how you progress in life. Um, we sometimes will get to a point where we kind of will start settling, or we give up on what we had imagined our lives to be when we were younger. And I think it's a bit of a sad position to get into, but I understand why some people get to that point. Um, but for me, I've always had the ambition to get married. Unfortunately, I haven't acted like a person with the ambition to get married. And I feel like there's been times where I've confused sex with love. Do you know what I mean? So you can have great sex with someone and everything's amazing. And often it's times that you find out that um, it's a toxic relationship is when it's too late. Because there's an element where you use it as make-up sex. And then you can have sex, orgasms, hopefully, and everything's all right again until the next time. And when you're in the cycle, you probably wouldn't recognize it. But I've just picked out this picture here just to give you a couple of ideas about how you can kind of spot the signs of a toxic relationship. Um, and just to give you some perspective, because some people, they live in toxic relationships. They're married in toxic relationships. They've had kids in toxic relationships and they're doing their thing. There's other people where their relationship started in one way. These factors started coming into play and they've ended up getting married and divorcing, being in many short-term relationships or even having children with someone. And then the relationship gets toxic and then you end up in a custody case for children and things like that. So I think it's important that we really can understand as men that we have responsibility in relationships as well to do the right things, not only for ourselves, but for our partners as well. What do I mean by that? I mean, it's about making the right choices in life. I'm sitting here talking about it now, but I've made poor choices in life. I've cheated on partners before. Um, Maybe I've been with people who I didn't really see a future with, but it was easy to be in that relationship. Um, Maybe I've chosen the wrong partners in life. And maybe I've chosen excitement over, I've chosen excitement over real substance in a relationship. Do you know what I mean? And I was talking to a friend, over the last couple of weeks and I was to talking about wants and needs. What you want and what you need are two completely different things. What you want is excitement. What you want is fun. What you want is everything that makes you feel good. What you need is for you to really understand you as a person, what you need. If you're a person who likes partying, then just accept it. Do you like partying? So you need to find a partner who is going to be able to party with you. If you like going for walks, then you need to find someone who enjoys going for walks. If you're a person who you've got a addictive personality, but you would find beneficial to have a partner who is not going to judge you when you do too much, but they're going to be the ones to point you in the right direction. Do you know what I mean? And it goes both ways. It's not just about men looking for mums. It's about women as well, making sure that you choose the right partners in life. The person who can guide you in the right directions as you will be able to guide them. So I think when it comes to men's mental health, their relationships that we choose are probably one of the biggest factors in our happiness. And we see ourselves sometimes always, when a relationship ends or something happens, we always point our fingers at the other person. Like, oh, this person did this and that person and she did that and blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, what did we do? Were we perfect in that scenario? It can be often that you might have been, which is fine. It happens. But there's a lot of the time when we wasn't perfect. We might have started one way and ended up another way. And for those things, these are not things to end the relationship on. It's about being honest and not letting our egos get ahead of us and being wrong and strong. Like if you really love someone, if you really appreciate someone, you're going to make the changes necessary to make that person happy. So that's just a mature person. That's a mature mindset. Do you know what I mean? But I would like to hear your opinions on toxic relationships. And do people get sex and orgasm confused with love? Is that, do people get lulled into a relationship which might not be working for them just because it's easy? It's the easy way to go. Are there personal choices that we make that we have blamed other people for, but really and truly we need to reflect on ourselves? I can answer yes to all three of those questions. But I'm an open person. Now, anyway. So I can be as open and honest as possible. So I can sit here and ask the questions and give you the answers from my perspective, and it'll be very open. Some people are like, oh my God, I can't believe it. But when you get to a position where your mind is free, it's a beautiful thing and you will be happier. So anyway, again, if you like the content, like, share, subscribe, and I can't wait to hear the feedback in the comment section. So until next time, let me know.